So, is it about science debate?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I have a question which I'm sure you thought about quite a bit, but I'm interested in your response. Why did you call it science debate? Because to me that already frames it that it could be interpreted that there is a debate about the validity of science. And that I'm just curious whether there's any better way of doing it. Do you want to continue calling it science debate 2012, or like debate rhymes with 8, doesn't rhyme with 12? Is there some better name that you can come up with? Truth in 2012, whatever it is that you wanted, that would be something to consider.
Could be. What you have one in mind?
No, I'm just curious what the.
I mean, we definitely thought a lot about what she just said, because we don't want people to feel like they're going to have a pop quiz or look silly on the team. But the point, I think, that the momentum started when we all got really frustrated with how many faith-based debates we see on television, how many anything debates do we see, and yet there was nothing focused on arguably the thing that is going to help us find solutions. So it was called debate specifically because of the forum that a debate is, but I agree that it is, problematic for that reason as well.
Debate is great. It says open door, serious. I think that's really good.
Yeah. Maybe it's the science part. We should call it that.
Yeah, no, that's really
But then we're kind of defeating our purpose, right?
I actually do like the name science debate. People have a tendency to want to hear things that support what they already believe. And so if you call it something like science truth or whatever, then you're going to be preaching to the choir because you're going to get this audience right here. If you call it science debate, you do potentially reach some of the individuals who could benefit from and learn something.
Yeah.
I just want to add to that point, since we have a lot of science journalists here, is you may be amazed at how many of your readers don't even know that science and politics are intermingled. So your point about the politicians selling something to their voters, I'm not sure their voters are aware. A lot of people are not aware of how politicized science can be and that it even plays a role and that they do have a say. So just enlightening them to this conversation and some of the points that were brought out would be very helpful.
It was really interesting in 2008. We teamed up with Research America to do a national poll about whether or not the candidates for president ought to be debating these topics. And 85% of Americans, according to this Harris poll, thought that they should. And the really interesting thing about it was identical within a tenth of a percentage point amongst Democrats and Republicans when you look at the crosstabs. So I don't think that there are a lot of rank and file Republicans who think of themselves as anti-science or connect that there might be an anti-science component to politics. Even when it's right in front of them, they just don't think about it that way. I think that the educational component of getting candidates to talk about this is really important.
You had your statistics on the number of questions that were science-based, and you had the scientific backgrounds of the politicians, but what about the scientific backgrounds of the journalists themselves? Most of them are not asking questions because they don't know what the leads either.
Right, yes.
So what about getting more scientists posing questions? Even crowdsourcing, most of the debates have opened it up to questions either from various social media outlets or from the crowd.
Absolutely.
Crowdsource scientists submitting questions.
Darlene, you want to talk about it?
Sure, yeah. What we have now that we didn't have 4 years ago is basically an abundance of online tools that make that possible. So it's something that we're looking into now. So how can we make this as open as possible, make it transparent, set the rules and regulations so if you suggested a question, you know why it wasn't selected as our final 13 or so. And again, just moving it from the emphasis of the professional science communities, they're publicly funded, so there's a reason for politicians to question. Well, I'm going to be a little bit careful about who you're suggesting to me because my answer depends on your livelihood, or your livelihood depends on my answer in some way. So the more we can get a neutral party being the public involved, the better. So we are developing tools like that.
Places like
to
ideas.
start smaller at understanding that, of course, most of the policies develop at a national level, but there are lots of state issues as well.
Yeah.
Start at a smaller level, move backward, and then.
If we have the capacity to even have a 5 or 6 person permanent staff, what I would love to see us doing is using that to build a grassroots network in all 50 states and have congressional science debates in every congressional district. Because that's how we can really begin to transform the conversation. in Congress, because I think that the real gap that we're seeing now is science is becoming so complicated, and it does, unlike what Jefferson said earlier, he said it takes no very great degree of education to make people aware. It kind of does now. So anything that we can do to fill that gap between science, media, politics, and people, which is right where a science debate exists, is a bad thing. And there's probably other things that exist there too. I think that that's really important too. So, okay, well, thanks a lot, everybody, for coming.